opposite being the friends of once again. Let me see your face in the Hey. Look in. There's something I need to say before we continue with worship. Now, during the week, I learned something that whatever it is we are doing, we should do it because we want to give glory to God. We should do it because we're doing it for God, not because it's a tradition or because it's rudimental or anything. Do it as if God is in front of you. Do it as if we are not doing it for me. We are not doing it because I'm sick. You are not doing a call and response. You're doing it because you're praising God. So whatever it is, worship is not just about singing. The way you present yourself towards God is worship. You open yourself up, you allow God to use you, you say beautiful things to God. That's worship. It's not until you have a beautiful song with beautiful voice. So I want us to worship God from the bottom of our heart and sing as if God is standing in front of us.
God brought you to church this morning. He has done so many things for you. You are alive today, not because you are lucky. You are not lucky by His grace. You can walk, you can see, you can hear, not by your own power. So I want you to reference that God that you worship. What's the name of that God that you worship? The King of Kings? Is it the Rose of Sharon? Call His name. Is I am that I am, the Lion of the tribe of Judah. Worship Him this morning. Lift up your voice and worship Him this morning. Adore His name. Just so you know, this place is a sanctuary, this is a safe place. You've come into the house of your Father. And in the house of your Father there is freedom. Express yourself to Him. Tell Him why you are here this morning. Lift up your voice. Give Him glory. There is none like Him. There is none like Him. So I don't really know what kind of circumstance you find yourself in. Is it one that you should glorify God? Even if it is not, you still have to glorify God. You still need to thank Him. Instead, in every situation you find yourself, you give Him thanks. The country might not be where it's supposed to be, but still give Him thanks. You might be looking at yourself that you've not achieved what you wanted to do, but still give Him thanks. You might have achieved everything you wanted, you had all the successes, but still give Him thanks, because without Him, you can't be there. I can't hear you thanking God. Give Him glory. Thank Him for all what He's done for you. You've got a family today, give Him thanks. You've got food on your table, give Him thanks. Lord, we give You thanks, we give You glory, we worship Your holy name. Father, Lord, there is none like You. Father, Lord, we are alive because of You. King of glory, receive all the glory, receive all adoration. May Your name be praised, may Your name be highly lifted on high, may Your name be glorified. Lord, I can't take any glory for myself, but I will give You back all the glory. Lord, be Thou exalted, Heavenly Father. I read a documentary about a certain girl. She lived in her own world. She was blind, she was deaf, she was dumb, and she still composed music. Now imagine yourself in that situation. You are in a dark room, you can't see, there's nobody with you, you can't hear anything else. That's just how her world is. But here you have everything. For the fact that you are still living is more than enough for you to give You thanks. Lord, worship Your holy name. Be Thou glorified, King of Kings. May Your name alone be high and lifted. Lord, we thank You. Lord, we give You praise. Lord, we are here for a reason. Father, Lord, give us testimonies at the end of the in Jesus' name we pray.
Amen.
For in Jesus' name we pray. Amen, church. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. How's been our week? How's been our week? I'm not yet to start. There's been so many things happening, right? First, scarcity and everything. I had to start rushing how I put on my gym. Because if I put it on today, tomorrow I'll just put it off, so that I'll save my phone. On Wednesday, I was at a train station from 6 a.m. I later bought fuel around past 12. And on top of that, the fuel attendants collected 1K extra. And what on this back, but still, thank God. It's been a very tough week, but we are here. So at this moment, I don't know if the mind portals are ready. I have a presentation for us. Please put your hands together for them. Also put your hands together for them until they're ready. Come on. Mind portals are ready for you.
Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
Praise the Lord. Let's appreciate the drama team. Today, what is love? Mr. and Mrs. Elesin, you're welcome. Thank you so much for coming. Let's appreciate them. What is love? That's the story of some people, a lot of people, right? They've seen all manner of people, they've been served all manner of breakfast. I don't use them catch people so well, but it's okay. And then so many times when you now get into a relationship, you come with baggages, right? A lot of baggage you are carrying. Right. We learned a lot today on how to avoid some of those things. And that's why we're having this meeting. And the thing I loved most about last week was that was a message that was real, was practical, and applicable to those single and those and both single and married. I was just thinking to myself when they were teaching that it's like women have several manuals. When you think you're a man pattern, they just bring out another one and you start all over again and start learning. I'm like, wow, this works now. Nah, it's lifelong. It's lifelong. Praise God.
Hallelujah.
So today we are continuing the topic Tango. I believe that God has a word for us, and it's a word in season that will help us to point us in the right direction in life. And for those that are married, to help you stay on course and to make the most of your relationship. We are grateful for this time with Team Elesin. We appreciate their time. I know they are very, very busy, even till late night. I know they're in a program. I joined too. Briefly, that's that of praise God. Let's appreciate Mr. and Mrs. Elesin.
Good morning. How are you doing? Hey, good to see everyone. Okay. Thank you so much.
Who is competing my wife?
Is that the reason why the seats are left, first of all? Thank you. Is that the reason why the seats are left? Okay, so can you guys upgrade? If you don't mind. There's a seat in front of you and it's not meant for a pastor or something. Please upgrade. Let's be closer. So that those coming late can be at the back. Thank you so much. So appreciate someone. You look nice, you look lovely. Be truthful though, not just say it because I'm saying it. Just find something nice about the person. Or just ask them about their week. Thank you, Pastor Femi. Thank you, Pastor Kevin. Thank you so much. We don't take repeat invitations for granted. We don't at all. So we are grateful. And we're here. As we usually do, we tell our stories even as we talk. And we started last week, we didn't finish, we had like 4 points and the final one. So today we're going to continue and you already know us, Team Elesin. By June 14 this year will be 19 years of marriage. Parents to 3 blessed and prophetic teenagers.
Yeah.
And very soon our first child will be entering the university.
Wonderful.
Yes, and legally she'll be an adult. So we're entering to be 18.
Yeah.
Yes, so
In
in Nigeria they'll say 21, but where she is currently 18, you mind how you talk to her. So we are getting to that stage right now. So we need plenty of prayers to deal with young adults.
I'm his Pastor Femi and that team, am I right?
Yeah.
They need plenty of prayers.
Of course.
To deal with this.
It's not easy. You know?
But it's a beautiful army, I'm serious.
Yeah.
I envy your generation, sincerely speaking. You know why? Because you are in the plan of God.
Yeah. Amen.
And you know why? Because there is so much attack on you.
Yeah.
The reason there is so much attack on you is because you are important. Oh, I should talk about that. You say after me, I'm important.
I am important.
In the plan of God. No, I'm serious. The devil, recently there was ants in my house. My daughter said, Daddy, how come they came? Ants. So instantly we took away what was bringing the sugar, and the ants disappeared. What brought the ants was the importance of that substance. So anytime you see yourself going through so much pressure, just be excited. Be excited. Because your destiny is full of glory.
The assignment is if they are not the one causing the pressure.
I understand.
Some people have their own problem.
So that's why they need teaching.
No.
And people are destroyed, am I right? And I've learned it's applied knowledge that gives leverage. So you can have that knowledge and still be down.
Yeah. Very true.
That's why professors are not rich.
I don't like some professors here.
Professors of economy are still very poor.
Some, not all to me.
Because money doesn't answer to.
Knowledge.
No. So, can we pray? Father, in the name of Jesus, I ask that you will speak clearly to us. Help our hearts again.
Yes, Lord.
In the name of Jesus Christ.
Amen.
In Jesus' name. Amen. So last week, thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. I saw it there. Thank you, bless you, ma'am. Bless you. Thank you for inviting us. We also learned that we prayed again today that God will speak clearly to us and to everybody. So last week we spoke about values. To Tango, you must walk by some values. You see, every of those weights you see that those people had. I love the weights: betrayal, lust, jealousy. Tell me another one. Shame. Tell me another one. Hatred. Traps. Thank you. All those big issues are preventable when you live your values. Okay? All those big issues are preventable when you live your values. So I give you for example. One of my wife and I values integrity. So one guy came to me one day and said that today we need to do a deal, blah blah blah. I said, in my own house, so I have to speak to my wife. So we spoke to my wife, and it just did not happen. It didn't happen. So what kept us? That it was a beautiful deal, but it didn't happen. What kept us, okay, was because of this value we have called integrity. Very clear. What kept us? My kids are going back to school today. They're supposed to go back to school today. But because we have meetings and we have a value called togetherness, we have said to them that no, you're not going to go today. We have to take you to school ourselves. So tomorrow morning at 5 a.m., I'm going to wake up and head towards near after some hotel. What will help you sacrifice for your partner is the values you carry. What will make it worthwhile? So this thing called values is so critical. And values are what? Principles. Values are decisions you make for yourself. For my wife and I, it's called LEADS. L for
love, integrity, faithfulness, togetherness, service.
So yesterday we went to Bowen University to teach. So people asked us to come and teach. I said yes without knowing the place. I thought it was near Bangkok. Do you know where Bangkok is? Bangkok is at Elesin. Am I right? Shagamo. Am I right? That's right.
Elesin.
Yes, you're right.
It's my village.
Do you know who knows where Bowen is? It's after Ibadan. I didn't even know. But thank God we went. So I will say what drove us is what? The value of what? Service. Service is giving yourself without expecting a return. Service is making the other person better. Service is what? Making your giving to help and not expecting the person to say thank you to you. So quickly, we're talking about tango, and for us who were this tango thing is important. And that's the reason why we're saying for you to enjoy it, you will be going in the same direction. So my wife will talk about the next. We have 4 points, and the next slide. Coming today, we added one extra one.
It's been there in the notes.
So we talk about.
I have to sell it to my husband this morning.
Yes. So she had to teach me. So I was going to try. But quickly, why we talk about number 3?
So let's just do a quick recap for last week. Our main test was Amos 3:3. Said two can't work together except they agree. And we talked about communication. How do we tango? We talked communication, values. So today we're talking about your dream and your destination. If you want to tango, you must have a dream. If you want to win a competition, if you're doing like those that watch Dancing with the Stars and all of those dance competitions, and if there's a tango, you must have a game plan. You must have where you're going to. You must have how you want to dance. So where are you both headed? You must both be clear on it and have plans to achieve your desired dreams as you walk your path together. We've seen a lot of people. The woman is going south, the man is going north. They can't get to a desired destination. If two of us are not a team, we won't be here. Those that know me very well, I sleep very late. So I have to sleep well. I take my rest. While others are rushing out, I am sleeping. And I have no apologies. It's the way I'm wired. I know I need to balance up with some other things, but basically that is me. But for us to be here, I need him to help me. Temperament-wise and so many things. So for us to get to this destination today, we have to work together. So if we were working against each other, we won't be here. So before you get married, ask yourself several questions. If you want to be a career woman, don't go and marry a man that is Igwe and wants you to be loyal at home and do nothing. A man that wants a queen that will sit on his, as in on our throne chair and just be directing the affairs of things. It's not the wrong thing. I've been a housewife, but I don't even like that title. I chose to call myself a domestic goddess because I told myself I'm not married to the house. So I've stayed at home. I've worked 8 to 5. I've done a lot of things. And today I'm running my own business, doing coaching and so many things. But what am I saying? From a young age, I knew I had a sense of purpose that I was going to be doing what I'm doing today. And if I had married just anybody, because I was looking for the tall, dark, and handsome one, or just a rich man, or I might not be here now. With the struggles we had with our marriage, it took us, I think it was the 16th year that we're now saying, now we know why there was so much fights before the marriage. Not because the struggles we had were village people, no. Some were attitudinal issues, some were family issues, but there was a purpose for the union. Are you getting me? So if you don't have a desired destination and you don't have plans to get there, and the other person does not have plans, you have trouble. Tunde and I are two different people, not just in temperament and character, in terms of we have the same values, but in terms of the way we live.
I went to night school, she went to morning school.
I think it's the other way. I don't say I'm more streetwise, but my eyes here like this, like 360. Tunde is very pure in heart, very innocent.
She calls me a recruit.
Yes. Are you getting me? So, the way we grew up, I grew up in Delta, Benin. So you know how it is. You have to be, I won't say, yes, that's the word, sharp. But that sharpness can be good or bad. So I know what it takes. So people can do things and I'm like, I'm also like, did you do that? And I'm like, so they never see me before. Wait, I beg. You understand? But where it's coming from, that's it. If you say yes, it's yes. If you say no, it's no. We are coming from yes, no can mean they're together.
She has a lot of brothers there, that's very
Yeah. So basically, we have to sit down to say where are we going to. And some of the things we did was dreaming, not just dreaming as in, not dreaming sleep to dream. We sat down and said, this is where we're going to. This is what we want. And we're still working it. We're not there yet. So before you get married, we said know yourself, communicate with yourself, do your thing, then sit down. And every time review. If I bring my iPad, I can show you 10 years plan. Every year we write goals. What are we going to achieve? We break it down. We have 10 years plan where our children will be at this particular age. We went for an anniversary and sat down and wrote it down. I think this is the 6th year.
2015.
Yeah. So more than 6 years now. So we need to write and we keep writing and working on it when we are going somewhere. I think Tunde shared here last week how we went for a seminar and somebody talked about finance. And we sat down, are we going towards the same direction? Which day I was still teaching, I have like a mastermind group and I was teaching them on finance and the things we were doing. And my husband said, are you sure we're on the same page on this yet? Name all the things that we've been doing to get money, extra money and co. We're aiming for at least 12 And I was telling him we passed 6, so he said, no, I don't think we passed. He said this, I said no, so then you can't do that because these 3 things you are lumping together is 3 different streams of income. But I didn't even lump all, I just removed 1 out of 2 of them. So you can't do that. So what am I saying? Anybody making headway anywhere, they have a plan. They have a routine. They have something that is getting them there. You can't just sit down and say nothing. Including our personal development. We still said it which day. Oh, we need to do a course again together. Yesterday. So if you are not planning together, you don't have a desired destination, there will be a problem. You can't tango well. Look at the person you want to get married to and check if in 10 years' time you will still have regards, respect, you will still be working together. Yes, life can happen because not everybody can deal, but you can't be a truck, you know, and go and look for, I'm trying to get the example, work with, will I say a bicycle? Person can't carry that weight. So you need to understand who can carry the weight. That's why the main work, even with the destination, is your prayer life. I still share the story. I know how many brothers that came around me. There was a particular one I can't forget. And every time he came around, perfect alignment in terms of spirituality. But every time I prayed, you see the one, I'll have this dream. Big church. He will be speaking to a crowd, but he will back me. I saw that dream like twice. And I said, this is not just a dream. And I started praying. His own, I had a dream about him initially. I don't dream like that. So when I dream, it's usually a message. First time I think I saw today in the dream, he was giving me like a rose flower. I was like, what is that? So I had to have other dreams. But what am I saying? Know how God speaks to you and spend the time praying. And when you now meet, spend time praying as well. When we were courting, we would take, I think it was every Wednesday. After some time, we would pray together, fast and pray. Tuesdays. No, it wasn't Tuesday today. It's not so good with dates and things. Why I said it's not Tuesday is I have to go to my dad's office. So sorry, I don't think it was Tuesday. No. I'm just trying to. Don't mind me. I'm trying to get the exact time because I'm there.
Some guys didn't get what I just did.
No, I know. They got it.
No, they did not.
For national peace and tranquility, you have to agree with your wife response. It's a happy wife, happy life. So sometimes, yes. So he just did that now. But what was I saying? We used to wait.
We used to pray and fast together.
Pray and fast together every week. And we did that for a long time before we got married. And then there was no GSM when we started, so it was no letter writing. I used to go to my dad's office. He had a landline. You know the Nitel type. Yes. Go to his office and call. So today we'll call and then I'll talk and we'll pray over the phone. So what am I saying? Be clear on where you're going to. Two cannot work together except they be agreed. Dream together. Know your desired destination. Dream and put everything on paper. These are the number of kids we are going to have. We put it on paper. We're going to have 3 children. Maybe if the fourth at home would have said, oh, it's God, that didn't jar a bet. We put it on paper. 3. I knew at least 2 names. I didn't know the last one, but I had heard 2 names. The boy's name and one of the other names I just fell in love with. Our first daughter, Grace. I fell in love with that name right from the get-go. So have a desired destination. Let me stop there so that Tunde can take the next one.
So the reason why
Okay, now I forgot.
right?
Yeah.
Thank you. So the reason why we're talking about this destination is because a strong person knows that it is your dreams that drive you. So we're asking, don't assume that your partner understands your dreams. I'm talking to every married person now. You might just go somewhere, you might catch your dream. Please share with your partner. Talk about it. Okay? Sometimes some dreams are not even for now. They are for 15 years time. I told somebody 2 years yesterday or something. I said sometimes God prepares. Do you know the Martin Luther King's speech? You know it. I have a dream. Am I right? You know that's not the entire speech, just part of the speech. So you know it was a mistake really. He didn't plan. That wasn't the speech he wanted to give. He was going to say something. He forgot his notes. And then his friend, because I've been talking about it, he said, Martin, tell them about the dream. And he just stood back and he said, I have a dream. And then one day, and he got over that. I died the one I remember part of that story. But that speech has lived how many generations now? Many 10 years out. Am I right? So I told somebody yesterday, God sometimes prepares you for 20 years to give a 20-minute speech in UN that will change 20 generations. I repeat myself. Sometimes God prepares you for 20 years. That preparation doesn't like it. He picks you for a 20-minute speech. For what God was saying when he was doing it was the 20 generations. Am I right? So because of that, this is why the next point is important. You must learn to compromise. When you are working with your partner, if it's not a moral issue, don't insist on your way. Don't insist on your way. If it's not a moral, I have a mentor. I don't know if I told you here. We have a mentor. Every couple, please make sure you have a mentor. Me and my wife, we have a mentor. We have somebody that we go and we go and
We actually have mentors.
Yes, but this family mentor,
marriage
mentor. They told us that today we are told God if your marriage should fail, God should hold us accountable. They told us that. So they are not Yoruba, so it's not about tribe. They love them. They are Nigerians. They are from Anambra, where from
the east.
Beautiful couple. I mean, mommy is like my wife, daddy is like me. Very quiet. The mommy is senior brother of my wife. No, brother. You get the joke. So one day I went to report my wife. Anytime I'm driving, she will tell me, Be careful. First, change the brake.
But I've saved you several times.
I am the one driving.
Saved you from hitting people several times.
I agree. But I am the one driving. Let me drive.
You don't see your blind spots sometimes.
I am the one driving. Let me drive. As I went, I was so alert that day, because he did it on our way there. They came in 2 times, so I went to be there. He just laughed. He laughed. He just said, your mommy does it to me too. And he told me this secret that I'm telling you now. If it's not a compromise, if it's a moral issue, there you go. Your peace is more important than winning. Your what? Than winning. Your ego wants you to win. You know, I think that men that have ego, it's a lie. Our sisters have ego. Especially in this day that there is women power. Am I right? There is what? Women. You need that to try to like, don't tell me wrong, your self-esteem, but don't try to win at all costs and bruise everybody. So for you to work with your partner, you must learn to what? Compromise. Even God said I think it was in Isaiah chapter 1 verse 19, he said, come, let us reason together. So for you to compromise effectively, you have to what? Reason together. Why is she doing what she's doing? Why is he doing what he's doing? When Daddy told me that today, she doesn't do it. So if it's not a moral issue, enjoying the compliment. See, because she's not doing it from a place of hatred, am I right? It's from a place of care. I never saw it that way. I thought she was just a busy. Come here today, she
Complimented.
She wasn't even paying attention to it.
She didn't really do small. You know?
I didn't do because I have to, let me powder my face, let me comb my in the car and everything. So I just left him to himself.
One thing. I don't get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
To work with your partner well, you must compromise.
Mm.
You know why? You are coming from 20 years of life, or 25, or she's coming from 22 different places. So let me give you an example of where I'm coming from. I used to live in Mina. I live in Sokoto. All my life. So one day I schooled in Mina, and then those days in Mina, I used to queue up better than bus, public transport. So this day we queued up better than bus, and I just noticed one lady ran. She ran to enter the bus. As she got to enter, she noticed she was running alone. She's from Lagos. She was running alone. And she smiled. I entered the bus. Nobody look at that.
You must do this what?
Was she?
That's why I go. In where I got to there's no tough people in that tough place. It's not places. I'm serious. I'm telling you. That's why I grew up. So I grew up in the they say they're not there, but it's not like that. I have a beautiful road. I'm telling you. So that's why I grew up. Okay. Now I am the fourth child of 5 children. My wife is the first child of 8 children. Between after her 2 strong boys. She used to tell me a story of her brother was dating. Was dating girls over his age. So during her 21st year birthday, she went to put her egg 21. He threw the one. He threw the one. He
Through the 21, he took it out. Why am I letting people know my age?
Because
they will calculate because they know I'm older than him. So there was no need. Just celebrate your birthday. You don't need to celebrate it. Know how old you
you
are.
understand? So when my wife comes and I'm wondering,
You need to be very aggressive to deal with my brother.
So she that aggressive, she returned it to me. But don't forget, I understand where she's coming from. So for you to compromise, you must do 3 things. Number 1, you must understand the person. Number 2, you must lower your expectation of perfection. Number 3, you must put yourself in the person's shoe. Empathy. Number 1, you must understand where the person is coming from. I can give you story upon story. If I never go in the car, or I can see the person, that where I grew up, they don't abuse like that. So initially I don't understand it. Now I understand it. Number 2, I said what was number 2?
Lower your expectations of perfection.
Lower your expectations. I want to say more. Guys, where I grew up, 9:30, you are asleep. Where I grew up, 9:31, just woke up. So let me say it again. 9:30 p.m. My dad, God help you. My dad. Where my wife grew up, she was telling me yesterday or last week that you do parties every week where she grew up. Today you have restrained me. I don't even do party again once a year.
I didn't even do party at all.
I was speaking myself. Now what kind of life is this?
Just because life, you can just sit down and start a party just because you are happy.
When I grew up, my parents, they like timetable for food. I think the exact timetable. When my wife grew up,
no, we have the time.
They have timetable, but they are extremely spontaneous.
Yeah, we
can wake up and eat rice today.
Life can be stressless
And amala in the afternoon.
No, you don't do amala.
So,
but you get what he means.
You understand what I'm saying?
Order.
So you have to understand your partner. Number 2, lower your expectation. There's some expectations you have that they are not moral issues. Don't kill yourself. Don't kill yourself. Don't kill yourself. There's some people, if your shoe is not shining back at you, you can't even wear the shoe. I You buy a friend, your friend that enjoys dust. I thought of the shoe.
The shoe was so like that as we walking.
This shoe was so like that one.
Like walking.
Lower your watch.
Expectations.
Oh, some people, we have a friend. One of them, the way they serve him, oh God, the wife was serving him as a king. Guess what? He grew up like that. I mean, like people. I'm not like, even if he comes home at 10:41, yeah. I am saying it now. No, please, it's not that it's bad. I'm saying when he's creating a bit of issue, lower reward.
Expectations.
Number 3, ever. Put yourself in the person's shoe. When you put yourself in your partner's shoe, sincerely speaking, the first 2 things will naturally happen. First 2 things. I never knew the importance of my wife's phone until during COVID. So we managed our finances together. So she was telling me today, I need to change my phone. I need to change my phone. I was saying, what do you mean? That phone, I had to change this a long time ago. Because she saw I said that phone. I need to change her phone. She was telling me, they're coming hit. And she put her phone. And then one of her friends showed her the phone and bought one Samsung phone. I nearly died when I saw it. I nearly died. I complained.
Like I told him, it wasn't his money. I got it as a gift. So since you didn't want to buy, it was actually my younger brother.
2 weeks after, my phone died. I made my hands, my leg, my everything on my phone.
God caught him.
I took a spare phone. The other one died again.
I could feel what I was going through.
You be on. Ask me, my wife, please, can I buy?
No, and I was good though. I allowed it, but I enjoyed that feeling of torture that he had. Yeah, sometimes you send people what they deserve. God is a master. No, you saw you reap. You reaped double.
I have to apologize to her. I'm sorry, now I understand. Well,
you didn't understand.
So what I'm saying is, one of the ways to enjoy this relationship is when you put yourself where?
In the other person's shoes.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. Put yourself in that shoe. So as we end this, and then we'll take questions. My dad asked us to add this part of it. Right.
It's been in the notes, like I told him. I'm like, it's being. So when I send a message, sometimes he'll be like, but I sent you this message. It's been in the notes, and I said, I didn't put it as a point. I just said, finally, have fun. As you do all this, remember to enjoy your journey. Yes. Have fun while you live life. A tango usually comes with fun. As a dance, it comes with fun. And if you're going to go on this journey, you can't live this journey too straight. If you really look at Jesus, he was called a wine bibber, a glutton. Why? He had a party just because. Every time was like a party.
See, she's defending like she's
No. So there is not defense. I'm just saying because one thing I found out, especially Christians, we are boring. Boring. Yes. You understand? Because that's why it's not interesting to be a Christian. People will, no. There's a boundary. What am I saying? That's why I brought Jesus in. Because you tell yourself, I'm now out of the world. When we were in the world, what were you really doing? Was it the same food and code? The only thing that was wrong was probably having sex. There's nothing wrong with partying. Do you understand what I'm saying? As long as you are not doing anything, no drugs, no alcohol, and believe you me, we are two different people when it comes to alcohol. Like I tell them, I have a Scottish background, so they drink. I don't drink now because it's a choice. But I don't, that is me. And like we keep saying, it's not a moral issue. Because somebody can tell me, say, why did they turn water into wine? And that wine definitely was not non-alcoholic wine. It was not. So sometimes we use the tradition of men I might be shaking your foundation. If I go, Pastor Farewell, please, so that you won't have any drama. Go and check.
In fact, it doesn't need to be specified. The fruit one is our creation.
Thank you.
No.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank God.
And then to top it up is the people that drink that sex is better.
Yes.
They cannot be talking about fruit wine.
No. You can give your version. What I'm saying, let's get this right. What I'm saying here is very clear. I don't want to bring anything controversial, okay? But what I'm saying is, let's not make this journey boring. Let's not make this tango that we are going to be involved in now and in marriage boring. Okay? We have mentors that have been 30-something years in marriage. They still go on, apart from personal retreat, it's not retreat of going to the camp. It's retreat of going to exotic places, taking pictures, showing us relaxing, swimming, and you can understand what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with going to the camp. Are you getting me? So as a rule, we have planned every year to travel as a family. And it's not compulsory we go outside the country. I always say there are beautiful places in Nigeria. We were still talking about IITA in Ibadan just some few days ago with some friends. I was telling him, I said, in one of the magazines we reviewed this, maybe we should think of going there. There are places in Nigeria. We had our honeymoon in Obudukachi Ranch. It's a beautiful place. Are you getting me? If you're on the mainland, you can travel to the island with your spouse. You have traveled, you cross bridge. There are resorts there. During I think it was December. If you go to I think our daughter kept it. We went to this canopy walk, Lekki Conservation. It was not nice for me because normally I don't even like heights like that. But because I wanted to prove a point to my family that we do things together. Because I told myself before I left, I'm not going to take that walk.
So that day they paired us from wrong people.
No, those people were like demons. Honestly, if you see me the last part of it, you have to hold. You know when they shake, they'll just stand there, they will try to this. Oh my! I even told the girls. I said, I met them later. I said, if this guy is asking you out, if it's me, he's that guy I will break up. I can't deal because you knew I'm afraid and you're still jumping. And you are rocket.
That was the sweetest part.
No. You are, for me, the girl, one of them said, that's why they're single. They can't, And I was laughing. And we sat down, we spoke, and it was fun. But what am I saying? We told ourselves, every year, we will have time to just go out. So he travels quite a bit. So most times I go like handbag. And then sometimes I go on my own. He goes on his own. And then we go with the children. So holiday is part of, we don't say, give us the money we are working. Extra bonus, my holiday alarm. No. Use that time to travel. Because the truth is when you travel, you are relaxed, you think better. Your creativity is increased. And then when you're going out, you see new things. You observe. So when people say nothing, there was a time when the children left every weekend. I think it was Thursday or Friday, we were having dinner.
Experience.
Yeah.
Can I tell you the story?
Please, share.
So our kids went to school. So we're alone at home. So
He
now said, once a week she should not cook. The agreement she go to the place I'm not been to. Will take us to the place. She's not been to, I'm not been to. So we look for a place and my wife took us to a place where they eat amala in the pot. I've not recovered it. No, I don't like amala really. But that amala, they put the window on. Can I continue?
Don't let people get up. They are still in church. Some are fasting.
So it's not about the money, but it's what
The experience, yeah.
So once every year,
Yes.
we went somewhere and he did it somewhere I've not been to. And he just go and eat.
Just eat, talk.
It's not the money or something, but it's
Yeah. So please, as we go along, have plans to have fun. Make it fun. And let it be something that is okay for both of you. Okay? I'm thinking, I still have that in mind, of having a place where Christians can come to. After church, have a buffet, have drama, have things. There are places like that. But I'm thinking of that. Why? So that people can form friendship, have time, and even if they are drinking, it won't be alcohol like that, but you will have fun, have games, and you'll be okay. Even if it's a cinema, you can drive in, like a drive-through, into the place. You are still in your car, but watching a big screen. Are you getting me? Things that will help people bond. Because we just feel that once we are Christians, life should be boring. And then we have a routine. It's work, home, church, triangle. Work, home, church, and nothing else. After some time, you get tired. Imagine if we've been 19 years, almost 19 years, and not doing anything that we are saying now. Believe I will be bored. Maybe it might not be. Today is a routine person. I will be bored to my... Now, say, to an extent, I'm still bored. Because we don't have the same pace. Do you understand? I want to go out. Oh, you go. Don't worry. Do you understand? But sometimes you want that experience with your partner. So we must agree. Whoever is the fun person in the family, make sure that it's in your constitution, family constitution, that fun is part of this journey. And every week or every month, we celebrate wedding anniversary every month. It's not compulsory we go out, but sometimes we go out. Sometimes we're indoors, have, watch a movie, do something. Sometimes we don't, like this last one, he fell on Valentine's Day. I'm still beefing him and he knows.
So, guys, don't copy me on this one. I don't celebrate.
He said he doesn't celebrate Valentine's.
I love my wife very much.
But my wedding anniversary, our monthly wedding is every 14th because we got married June 14th. So God has a sense of humor. So we must still celebrate 14. So Valentine's Day fell on 14. You understand? But this time he had things doing. Unlike my husband, I didn't really do anything. I'm like, is this guy okay? I'm me too, I didn't do anything. Normally I will do. And I shared that story before. One Valentine, I didn't do nothing. Father's Day came, I didn't do nothing. But I will share, my Valentine, put on my post and go. He doesn't monitor DP, so he won't even know. Share on Facebook. So he now called me June, after Father's Day. He called me like, is there anything happening? I said, what? Did he do anything wrong? I said, no. What is it? He said, he just noticed that Valentine's Day, because the usual me, I'm the more romantic person. I'll buy a card, buy a gift. Say, you didn't do anything. Father's Day too, I didn't do anything. And I said, I didn't know that it mattered to you. I've been doing this for years. Sometimes when I'll bring the card, he will just put it, he won't even look at it. Thank you. He will just drop it there. I'm telling true life story. True life story. Tunde knows how to down. You know how they say it say the down person. It's a bit down you. He will just drop it.
So you see that we are different. Am I right?
Of course. So what now happened was he will share his own. But what now happened was I felt it like, when I celebrated you, I put you on my GP, I shared something on Facebook. I think then it was not on Facebook. And he said it was not on Facebook. He had to join Facebook because a group, when we were doing job actual coaching, they said you must have Facebook account. So he had to. So he was like, he didn't see it. This is okay. Sorry, I just felt I celebrated you, I told you happy Valentine, whatever. So he missed that part of me. So I think the next day or so I went to get a card. I asked them for Valentine card. The shop lady was like, Valentine card. I said, do you still have? Fathers, they said, but they passed. I said, no, not in this case, it has not passed. I said she will look for it, so she brought it, I took some things, and I couldn't get what I wanted, so I settled for a boxer. But all they had, that's the funny part of it, was like a yellow boxer. Two odd colors, yellow and red or something. I I didn't have a choice. I bought it because I wanted to buy a gift. My husband never wore it. I can't remember if I dashed it out or if I gave it to our son. But the funny thing was, it taught me a lesson. That sometimes these men, you know, I won't say they pretend. They'll say they don't care because they didn't grow up with it. So you will not do, you say I'm tired and you let them be. Sometimes don't do that. Just keep being yourself. Keep being your good self. And after some time they'll get used to it. And the men too. Let me give you tips, women. Did I used to do it? I'm not so sure. A man will buy a gift and you not say, how much? You say, it's 20,000. Ah! The teacher, they've done it bad, they've done it to you. He said, the teacher you. Then someone say, this is like 1 month pot of stew that you went to buy. And the man will start feeling bad. I've seen a lot of men that stop buying things. And sometimes they will buy it and say, it's not what I like. Just drop it. Should have asked me. So what you're doing is killing that gift buying part of me. My husband brings anything. I don't question. I just thank you. You know why? So that he can continue. But he already knows what I like. So one time he used to travel like almost every month. Every time he gets to the airport, he will buy, ask them which is the latest perfume here. He will buy. If he goes twice or thrice, he'll bring me the latest perfume, no matter how expensive. He'll bring it. And some of my friends that knew, they're like, I need perfume. So it was like, I'll give. You know? But the truth is, he knew my person. That, okay, gift might not be a primary love language, but I love those things. As simple as bringing parfait. It's adding fun. Yes, I don't do gala anymore. The gala was a big deal when we just got married.
And I know you used to bring it, I used to bring that with you.
So no, I said you left Ireland, coming to the mainland. You didn't see gala, you didn't see plantain chips, nothing. You just come empty handed. What did you bring? You were there. You brought himself. But that's not nice. That's not nice. I didn't grow up like that. My dad will always be, as old as I am, if I go to Benin today, my dad will go out and still buy me things. As old as I am.
So can I tell my own mother?
Please tell them.
So, we want to take questions, really.
Yeah.
I will just say this part, you understand why I can't remember doing that day.
Yeah.
You understand? I was like, no. So when they buy gift for me, I thank you because you did it. I know. I'm serious. That's what I spoke about compromise, am I right? And I said the first thing was what? Understand. So that's just the truth. So my mom and my dad, they are lovely people. Oh, but I gave it to them. But this part of their lives, they grew up in the UK. And if you know UK people, they are very, very
conservative.
yes, extremely conservative. That's how I grew up. When my wife grew up in a place that celebration is a
normal thing. You can just sit down and celebrate and have a party. And we were many enough. 8 children. Had here, adopted siblings.
Do you understand? So I had to learn to you cannot live like this. If you want to work with this beautiful baby, you must learn to adjust. And I'm still work in progress after 19 years. So don't kill yourself if you are 5 years or 2. Don't kill yourself. Don't kill yourself. Okay? So we take questions. Thank you. God bless you. God bless you.
So question. Even if it's not related to what we said, you want to ask a question. Okay,
Based off experience, how long do you think courtship should be?
I said, how long do you think courtship should be before marriage?
Basically, will say, if you've known the person a long time, like you've been friends and it never occurred to you that this is the person you marry, and then you got the vibe and you start. Since you've known the person, you can do 6 months, 1 year. The max, we tell people don't do more than 3 years. Max. If you're in school, don't start courting. Do you understand? Don't say I'm courting this person. Because we've seen people that have done 9 years in courtship, like the Lord of the Rings. Girls who wear the ring and show Lord of the Rings, and you know, and you're using those rings. Oh yes, you're using the ring to scare other brothers that would have caught the vision, and then you now come there. Sure, you understand? We don't fit, we don't have. You wasted that person's time and you've broken her heart. Just like those people, you saw what happened to them, betrayal, that. By the time you're coming to the other person, if you don't go through therapy or professional counseling, and you'll be coming with a wounded heart. And there are lots of people in marriages that are broken. So you don't need all of that drama. If you've been friends 6 months, if somebody you've been friends, I know people that never realize that this person is for me. And they've been friends. The person will come, give you gist of.
It's not a crime to marry your. Listen, we encourage you.
Marry a friend.
Marry your friend.
Marry a covenant person, yeah. Somebody you can talk to.
I'm serious.
It's not every time you feel lovey-dovey, but today is my friend. So even when I'm not feeling him in that love department as a husband, I'm still feeling him, one, as a brother. He's my brother first of all. Do you understand? He's also my friend. I can tell today virtually anything. The only wisdom I need is know when to say some things. But you can tell him almost anything. I'm safe with him. Do you understand? So if you have that kind of relationship and you just realize 6 months is okay. But if you don't know the person at all, please take time, because time will help you understand and reveal the person more as you do things. And when you are courting, we say this not because of anything. Like dating is not in the Bible. Notice also we are dating. It's not there. Those days is family to family. Or you have a leading you take. So now we're saying there's courtship. Make it clean. Don't compromise. Say, oh, a little kissing, a little. People will ask us most times, oh, did you kiss? Did you do this? We have to save ourselves not to fornicate because of what we are doing today. I didn't come into my home as a virgin, so bad girl moves. He came as a virgin. It shocked you. Purity is male and female. That you've had a bad case does not mean God cannot forgive you and make it right. And that you've had a good case does not mean you cannot stumble even in marriage. So what we will tell you is purity of heart. Even in marriage, keep working on yourself. Purity of heart. And tell God to help you. So understand boundaries from the get-go. So that you can keep yourselves. And be open. The Bible says they were naked and not ashamed. So to answer your question again, 6 months to 3 years. Max if you're in school 5 years. But then don't assume you are not married and be doing husband and wife thing. Go and be washing clothes, go and be cooking, and be hugging about, and they see you. You know, like where's your shadow? There's no need. Because that's where trouble starts from. Give yourself space. You are courting, they know. Check on the person, pray together, do fun things with other people so that you are not getting into trouble. And don't be visiting alone or go and be spending the night. We are reading. Because some of those things will get you into trouble. You are a human being. All this sex drive and it's normal. So it's not as if, oh, you are a demon, you'll be praying for your. Just work on your mind and work on your routine, and you step out of trouble. So, have I answered you, sir?
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you. Any other questions?
Question, please. Feel free, oh, this is for free now. Do it. Okay.
Good morning, church.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, so my question is, how do you get to balance family background moving into marriage? An instance was this week I was at my sister's place. So she was like, "Oh, Chris, I wanted to tell you something." I said, "What?" She said, "There's a time your babe came to my place, of course, daily stock." So she said, she wore crazy jeans. I said, "Okay." He said, "Please tell her not to wear it again." And I said, "Okay." I said, "But that's on me to decide whether my babe will wear crazy jeans or not." She said, "No, because." She said, "No, because we didn't grow up like that. None of us, even she herself." I said, "That's it. That your background is different from our own background. And moreover, if I listen to you, maybe I might have a broken home in the future. So how do we balance the home noise and your new home?"
Share your story.
So,
The lipstick one, trying to cut me there, and what you saw, trouser wearing girl, and lipstick wearing girl, red lipstick, not even.
so I grew up in Sokoto. I'm sure you guys know. I've said that. And my Christian background then was, I made a mistake believing that if you wear trousers, you go to hell. I forgot that was just cultural. The Arabs, the female, that's how they dress. I mean, Scottish guys, they wear skirts, am I right?
Cute.
Yeah.
They're cute.
The Arabs, the ladies, wear.
Yeah.
I'm saying, you might not know. So it was the wrong perspective.
It's cultural.
So, and that was the wrong teaching I grew up with. So I came to YYC and I saw, my wife, she came into camp, she met the Lord halfway, and I was asked to counsel her. And then I counseled a bit, and then I backed up, because I knew her past. When I knew her past, I said, "Okay, this is not on the table, Lord, I don't take advantage of her." Then my boss, my son took my NYC
Boss in
the office, the man said, "Today, come for dinner. Send for dinner. Come and so, blah, blah, blah." So I said, "Okay, I will come." He now said, "Please, you have a girlfriend." I don't have a girlfriend. And she was sitting there. And I looked at her, "Will you go?" I said, "Today I will go." So she went to go. And she finished eating. If you know, they are also traditional, but the ladies don't show themselves, And the guys in his house, small parlor. My wife packed the empty plate. I was going to wash them. I nearly fainted. Because she came from Benin. So she was enjoying jeans, I mean, if you were hearing jeans,
the truth is, jeans is better for me. Like I always tell people.
So for me,
I'm very light to my skin. So if I wear short things, I will distract people.
So in my mind, I said, I didn't understand. I could not place it. I couldn't place the character in her heart and the appearance. I don't know if you hear me. But that day got my attention. Today, don't miss this one. Last week I told you that time. Okay, I tell somebody. So guess what happened, guys? I will not forget it. Just shortly before that, I was in a marriage seminar, and the lady said, "You can never find 100% person." You know why you can never? You know what? Because even you. You know 100%. So now I asked, what is the specialty that you must get? She said the starting point is character. And the fear of God. Make sure every other thing you can ask me. Listen, I'm not lying to you. With a small currency, she will look beautiful. That's right. I'm serious. With a small palm tree, not money, palm tree, her beauty will show. she will glow when she's feeling love. So guess what happened? And I'll end with this and I'll answer your question. I was in a meeting and I was just worried. Well, how do I move? Because at that time there was all kinds of big issues around girls doing prostitution, all kinds of things. And I knew her past because I met the guy that she was dating, but she broke up with the guy. The guy was bigger than me, huge, you know. I know the guy. And I told her, don't just forget it, live right, be focused. So I knew. I will never forget it. As I was in that meeting, someone was just sharing like how we're talking now. And I'm shocked when speaking to somebody, I'm too sure about it. And I just had in my spirit, if a man be in Christ, he's a new what?
Creation.
So they don't call it this babe of mine, Bridget, a whole thing. She's past. Our old has passed. We are looking at how we hold her. In front of me, she is a what?
New creature.
I cried that day. I called her up. I said, can we make this work? That was why I took one-way trip to Benin. You know that story? I didn't have money. I didn't look like this. Hey, God have mercy. If you look my pocket, you want to wait. But because I was so sure of the experiences, I knew that the future was bright. I knew. And we're not going to start it. So, to answer your question, sir, please, I want to beg you, okay? You need to understand the culture there. It don't kill you when you say, we're coming here today. My wife asked me, do they accept going to I said, yes, sir. Because I know, I've been there, so I know. We were going to another religion last week, isn't it? Yeah. And we asked them again. So you have to understand the culture we are going into. Very important. So, sir, should you say no, she mustn't dress like no? You know the boundaries. Now, when they want to now pass their boundaries, you tell her it's my wife. It's my wife. Like I do to my own people, you know, in the Yoruba sector. Yahoo, me, sorry. I know she will not stand you. She will stand me. Very important. And they know that. I've shielded my wife. I take the bullet. Come and blame me. Very important. So, but there are some general things. People they just tell them, don't wear this to. It's simple. It's not a big thing.
One day.
It's just one day. They don't kill you. You understand? But when he says no, she must come every Tuesday to somebody else. You know some families they do it. The younger wife must come and wash everybody's you know what they do it. I will just write the letter. They are parents.
You know your place.
So please, so culture will eat you. Culture has eaten religion for breakfast. Sorry, culture has eaten scripture. God's way for breakfast. A lot of people are doing culture, not doing God's way. Okay? Your wife is not your slave. Very important. So, I'm asking as you are, and there's so much culture and all you do is take the bullet for her. So please, just tell them, what did she say that she did? Okay, forgive me. Am I right? See, it's me, I did it. And let it go. Let it go. That's all. Okay? Any other question? Somebody has a question.
Okay. Is it right for a lady to propose to a guy? Then what should be the duration of a long distance relationship? Okay, this proposal thing is a big one. What I would say is don't outrightly propose. Position yourself. Position yourself. Rebecca was positioned, I think Genesis 24, when Eliza came, by 7 Abraham's servants giving water. That was positioning.
He gave water to the
donkeys and the men and the donkeys. Yeah, so that was positioning. Then Ruth positioned herself around Boaz. That when it was time to say it was easy. One might say that. Some people will say go and propose. No, because there are things if you say follow scripture and then your future later. Because not every man understands that. There are people that are genuinely, guys that are genuinely afraid to speak. So when you position yourself and sell yourself, know the person, there's a way you sell yourself that the person will see you and find it easy to speak to you. Because there are guys that will want to speak, they've caught the rema, but because of the way the girl has positioned herself, they won't be able to come because one, they are afraid of rejection.
They're afraid of issue.
So when you position yourself as a lady, especially when, because most times we have intuition as women, sometimes we catch it first. It's very few spiritual men that catch first. The women will catch it first. As long as you know that it's not your flesh talking, and you pray that it's God, then position yourself. I know I knew first before my husband knew. And I think it was a friend of his, we would talk, and he was like, oh, this, and believe you me, this was like a brother coordinator, as a sister coordinator. He had so many girls around him. You understand what I'm saying? So, he was the real star boy. This guy. You know, so at the end of the day, you need to be able to say, okay, what are these people around him for? And pray, and it's not when you get there, you start squeezing your face and
this was doing NYC.
NYC, yeah.
There were a lot of sisters
around him. Very true. So it took time. I had my own brother coordination aspect. But what am I saying? I knew and then left it. And it took time before he could, will I say, summon up courage, or before he was sure that this was what he wanted. And in between then, I still had other people coming around. And I also had people that I was interested in. And what I always tell ladies, don't ever say, God sent. Because I've had that experience. And I met the person, I'm like, oh, this is, first of all was, oh, you've been there for the person, you're close to the person, and you're insinuating. So what are you saying? Is God saying? Say, no, God did not say, but we'll make a good pair. So it's different from you saying, God said. So I will not advise. I will not advise you, because he said, he that findeth a wife findeth a good thing and obtains favor. So pray for his mouth to be open. Pray for his eyes to be open. Pray for him to come and do the needful. What you can do is, when you are truly convinced, talk to your leaders and let them pray along. And like I tell people all the time, I don't think it's one woman for any one man. God stopped that after Adam and Eve. So if he had not take prayer, or I had not take prayer, God will prepare another person.
He did not go with a lifestyle, the widow should go married again.
Yeah, because once the person dies, that's all company for the century.
So don't say that if I don't marry Suzanne, I can't, my life is ended. No.
Yeah.
So there's another question before you ask.
Oh yeah,
there's another question here. It says, what should be the duration of long distance relationship? The same thing my wife spoke about. It's even more challenging because you don't interact with the person. It's more challenging. Sincerely speaking, we try to ask that you avoid long distance relationship as much as possible. And some of them worked, yes they have, but they have their duty period. A friend of ours got married. The lady came here, they got married. He went over there now, they're over there. I told him, please, you just started your marriage. They've been married for like 1 year before the papers came through, or 1 year, nearly 1 year. I told him, no, he just started it. Because you are just now living in the same space. Listen, staying with someone in the same house is different from when you visit or and then when you even call on the phone. And right now, because of you can see all kinds of, too many photo stuff can happen. And we beg you that you'll be shocked. And have you seen somebody? I don't know how to do this. She came over and she removed her wig. She removed her eyelashes. She removed she removed everything. The guy what did he do? Are you understanding? So please, I'm begging you. Okay, so the duration is the same as the 6 months, 5 months, 3 years. Okay? But it is critical that you go in with conviction. Because I'm telling you to be tested. To be tested. Go ahead. Somebody was asking the question.
Brought him
Yeah. So the person wanted to ask a question.
Okay, please go ahead.
Please go ahead. I wanted to ask about dating, relationship, and marriage. Okay, so you did mention that dating is not anywhere per se, made reference to Rebecca. So does that mean that as Christians we shouldn't date, or we shouldn't have a relationship that includes dating, that does not have marriage at the end of it?
Okay.
So what is this? You don't find out?
Yeah, or it's just probably terminologies.
Okay, so if you go to, how will I say it now? Let me put it this way. Our normal dating is you are in a relationship. For example, I'm dating this person. You are going steady. The plan for dating most times is to see if you can marry. Do you understand? That's the plan if you really want to go there, because things are evolving. So you can be a friend with someone without calling it a date and this is my guy. Are you getting me? I have friends that are male that I can go for a lunch date with. They're not my husband, but they're my friends. And even before I got married, I had such friends. Do you understand?
But doesn't it maintain the substance? Okay, the substance of that is still not, or I don't see it.
No. Let's not confuse. That's why we're saying as Christians we need to understand this terminology so we don't get into trouble. That's why most times you see a guy dating like 4 or 5 girls. This one will be claiming he's my boyfriend. Valentine's Day is there. And you see most guys, like this Valentine, if you notice, most people will show the girl, the back, they won't show themselves, face or anything. It can be anybody. But the girl will be bold to put your face there. Some will want, I don't want to see my face on your DPO. Because they know the game they are playing. We saw player now. On that locked in, there was a player. So what are we saying? Don't get involved when you know you are not sure. If you are friends, it's healthy to have picnic, go together as a group. You are noticing the person. How did they notice, okay, that this girl is kind? It was that date with his boss now. Me, I went for food. But my character showed up to say, let me go and wash plates. And when people are serving, when he was talking about chimpanzee story, I woke up early, made food, cup and from the group, and took it there for everybody to eat. When we were there, he was saying everybody should eat before he served. I saw that as something commendable. Some people say, oh, I'm the leader of the group, serve me first. No. I said, make sure everybody has eaten. But now, like I told him later, I said that I want to cruise today. You will do it, they will preserve food, at the end of the day, you will eat more. Because we're trying to manage, keep, make sure today eat, make sure, and then you will leave more for him, he will eat more.
Everybody shoots first.
You understand? But that's the truth.
So just to add, dictionary meaning, dating is going out with an don't have big intention. So we still encourage people to have relationships that are not romantic intention.
Yeah.
Okay? So don't stop going out with your friend, don't stop going out like that. But, okay, what I to say?
And don't assume, define it.
What I to say, if you know that you want to chase him, no, sorry. If you know that you want to chase her, am I right? Be very clear. Don't say, okay, let me test it.
Girls do the chasing these days too. So you're right.
I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So don't be careful about that, okay? What she's saying is that being in a place of, okay, I'm going to be focused. If it's going to be Mary, or sorry, Suzanne, or Chizoba, yeah, but you go to Chizoba, okay? Then you will say, okay, Lord, create opportunity for me to know the person, get to know a license, to know blah, 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 and then. Okay.
So here, we just answer this one before we answer the other one. So what's the ideal age difference for marriage? Is 10 years too far? Okay. Yes. But let me put it like this. It depends on how matured you are and where you are. But like we will say, when they are doing age grade in the village, most times it's 5 years.
That's a generation. People
you understand? So once it's beyond 10 years, for example, it's like another generation. Yeah.
Your people as a generation apart. That's the truth.
Once it's more than 10 years, when they're saying something, like maybe what they're listening to, somebody is talking about Sonny Ade, you are talking about Davido, they're worlds apart. No matter the collabo they will do. So, also understand your maturity. I don't know who has seen Fine Wine here. Because this movie, RMG and here. I've seen it. I feel it's a good movie. I'm asking myself, should there be a part 2 or just let it end? Are you getting me? The age difference is a lot. It's about 25 years or 30. So 10, still okay.
But we like it to be 0 to 5.
Know the maturity. And then in terms of age difference as well, sometimes a lady will say, what if I'm older than the guy? I don't see anything wrong. Still maintain the 0 to 10 years.
But if you're older than the guy, you must know in your mind that
he's still your husband and your head.
Yes.
Can you respect him?
Can you respect him?
I have friends that are married to men that they are older than, and they respect him.
Can you respect
So it's maturity that will count. So age, they'll say, is the number. But when it's the gap is too much, it will be a problem.
We went to greet my wife's friend somewhere. She married someone very elderly. My daughter came and said, Daddy, have you seen Grandpa?
So you have such, you have such drama. Because they love
I think she
heard, and she was okay because I'm sure she knows that it's the baby talking. You understand? So when they are too old, in terms of how you move your friends, it depends. Normally I'm respectful. I can call even those of my friend's husband, and maybe I'm older than I can call them uncle. It doesn't change anything. But what I'm saying is, when they are too old, there's a way you will, the respect and everything. Sometimes it's easier when you are within the same age bracket. So, as a guy, how do you politely tell a lady to slow down? No, let's take it one by one.
Okay.
When we say slow down, for a lot of ladies, you know how it is that we're trained to, how do I put it now? We're trained from the get-go to be nurturers, to take care of babies, to do everything. So a woman develops faster than the guy most times. So she's already in that space and wants to get married. Especially when the pressure is also coming from home. So by the time you see a guy that is not even ready, you are putting the pressure of when are we getting married? A lot of men have not figured out themselves, don't have a sense of purpose. Marriage is still very far from their mind. And most times all they are thinking of is I want to hammer. I want money. Thinking of responsibilities. Also thinking of, how will I just be tied down to one woman, especially when they are players, for a long time. I know some guys that have baby mamas everywhere. Yes, some are entertainers, but they don't want that, let me be married to one person. It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. They fear commitment. They fear being faithful. They just know I'm unfaithful, it's okay. It's not okay. You can be faithful. Because what you demand from the woman is what is demanded of you as well.
So how do you tell somebody to slow down? I guess this is career.
Not slow down. Slow down in terms of marriage. Because when you start putting it before the guy is not ready, that's why I said discuss with the person. Where is he going to? Two cannot work together except they agree. Especially if you've been in a relationship for 3 years. Yeah. And the person is going nowhere. Just know that he's not ready. And if you tell him, he doesn't give you a definite time. When are you going to get married? It's because if you've been in a relationship of 3 years and the person has not defined when he will come officially and go, know that he's not ready. Please let him go. Don't waste it. Ladies should slow down, number one. And then know the kind of person you are. Slowing down is, don't put pressure on the guy. Even if you know you are ready to get married. I've seen women pay their bride price. When they will have issues later, the man will say,
You were so much in a hurry. You brought the money. You went to get the house and you manage yourself now. I'm going. It's pressure. He's not ready. That's why the age difference thing is not such a bad thing. Because when those ones are ready, they are looking for younger ladies. They figured out themselves. But don't go and marry grandpa because you want to marry. Except grandpa is your destiny. No, because there are men that maybe their wives will die or things like that, and then the person has been waiting. What I'm just saying is pray. No, that's the balance. And if the person comes and there are men that have never been married, they are 50 something, and then they're coming to marry a 25 or 30-year-old person, will you say because he has never been married? He has never been married. And nothing happened to him. He doesn't have any case of whatever.
Okay.
So the next one, as a lady, can you date a guy you are a year older? I've answered that. You can date. As long as you can respect a year older than is even nothing. If you look at yourself, you are age mates.
Basically.
As long as you can respect
you can respect him.
So a story happened. My wife had to go to one of our very good friends' wedding. I woke up that morning and I knew if my wife goes to be problem. So I said, no, you cannot go. The whole room nearly died that day. I not room nearly died. But I said, babe, God will hold me accountable because I'm in your head. Tell you, call your friend. You will see after the wedding. So she called her friend and said, sorry, I can't come. It was a tough decision. And that was how it was not as if it was really that out the money. I just woke up that morning. So this thing called working with your partner, submitting your husband is a very challenging statement. I just did. Okay. So if you know you cannot submit to him, you don't start with him. Very important. Okay?
So this one, I know a guy, okay, let's say the person does not have a university degree, you have a university degree, maybe you have a good doctorate, the person does not have more than a school certificate, but has developed himself. Is he okay to marry? Same thing with a girl. If the person is working on himself, because there are a lot of people that pass through school, that school did not pass through. There are a lot of people that have degrees that they can't defend. There are a lot of people that have gone through the 4 walls of school, but when they speak and call, you wonder if they even saw the wall of a nursery school. So it's not about the certification per se, it's about the experience and what you've done with it. I made third class in the university.
Yeah.
For a long time. I didn't talk about it. I didn't block. I didn't do nothing. I was quite playful, but I had other issues that as of then I couldn't talk about. So at the end of the day, I went for a postgraduate diploma, finished, and I've been doing certifications ever since. The experience I have that if I want to do a doctorate, in quotes, I can use that experience to get it. But what am I saying? I didn't leave myself there. I have friends that made 2-1 and co. I'm not laughing at them. I'm better than them in terms of development, self-development now. Because what I know, where I've been, and the things I teach. Sometimes when I go to some places, they call me doctor because I do mental health. Sometimes I'm telling them, I'm a doctor. Don't come out. They give me title. Just reject. It's because of reading. I'm forever researching. So when you develop yourself, it's not the qualification. And you know Nigerian qualification most times, if you really look at it, it's nothing. It's just head, read, go and give. Most cannot deliver what they've read. So please, personal development is higher than that 4 walls. Develop yourself to the point where you can stand before anybody and talk. I've mentored people with doctorate degree, as a mentor, one-on-one, doctorate degree.
So, guys, my wife is a marriage professional counselor. She charges $150 per hour. And they pay. I'm telling you the truth. No, you don't have to clap, they pay for it.
That's the list, so it depends. Some can increase it.
No, I'm serious, I'm telling you. So, and she had a thought class. So what I'm saying is, though you didn't go to school, but there is, please think of where you're going and make
your path and be the best.
you are sharpening your skill. You are sharpening what? Your skill. Not really by going back to school, but there are a lot of courses,
certifications and things you can do.
Working with other people, sharpening your what? Your skills. You are a drummer and you don't know how to. You are playing drum that is going out of beat. I don't understand the talk. Two more questions I think we must answer. One, he says, we spoke about this. He says,
it's advisable to have a distant
relationship.
You can make it work, but it can be
tough. It will take commitment from you. Because you have to be in it. Relationship work because people are in it. Lastly, somebody says, how do you and your spouse manage your finances? In respect together, instead of joint business structure, savings, and goals. Important. Do we have joint accounts? Yes, but what's more than joint accountability? Okay? So we have joint accounts. There's an account that we put, there's a business we do, the business flows in money into that account. I encourage every person work with a budget. A budget is a written down list of expenses that you need to go with. Make sure your income is more than your budget. Please, savings. Listen. Investment does not just happen because you dreamt. You must put money apart. Listen, if you don't plan for natural children said this. If you don't plan for the future, you're not permitted to live in the future. You hear what I just said? If you don't plan for tomorrow, you're not what? Permitted. So please, listen, my wife and I, we plan for tomorrow. We are doing constantly. Because I'm telling you the truth, your expenses will keep growing. We have that. If you're not married, then you get married, you need to know that your small Google or Gary is not enough again to feed both of you. Then you have a baby. Different story. Your baby goes to lose for a school. Different. Then it goes into primary school. Different. Then it goes into university. Different. So, and I'm telling you, God has made provision for you already. It's very simple. Money only grows by investment. Yeah, I just said. Money only grows by what? Investment. If you eat everything, you will be hungry tomorrow. And it's not a cause of a good person, good intention. But instead of going on this road, you turn the car into a ditch. You are going near bad beach, you are driving. Good intention. We keep driving into a bad beach. Where will you end, please?
In water now. Water.
Thank you. You will sink. No, just entry. No prayer. If you the good intention, you keep going. It will enter the water. So I'm begging you, as a young person, 10% to God, give crazily to the kingdom. That's secure your tomorrow. Give crazily. And I will give, oh God, I can't tell you this will do. You don't need to know. Give crazily to what? Look for a course. I didn't do nothing. Just where is it? I didn't do anything. Evangelism. Pay for all the workers. Buy food for them. Somebody came to town from the US last week. They were doing some things in other places. I gave my driver. Wasn't coming from me. I gave it. I said, I want the blessing also. If you keep a prophet, become water. You get what? The prophet's what? You didn't hear that saying. There is a reward God gives the prophet. It will go to me.
Yes, sir.
So give crazily. Second thing, look for the poor and bless them. When you give to the poor, you are lending to God. You hear what I just said? God is on. Listen, I'm borrowing money. You are borrowing God money. When you give what? And the poor in our land. People that can't eat, they don't eat for 2 days. I went to give money. I bought bread and egg. Number 3, make sure, please, you invest in real estate. The only investment that is real. Okay.
Like there's a realtor here, just raising up his hand.
So I'm saying this, we do it together one time. I'm just telling you the truth. My wife's money is Our
It's
money.
our money. His money is our money.
Yes.
It's not some women do that. His money is our money and my money is my money. So on that note, I think we've answered all the questions. Thank you for having us.
Okay. A scripture in my heart, my wife will read it.
Okay. Ecclesiastes 4 verse 9. The value of a friend. Say two are better than one because they have a good reward for their labor.
Can you just ask the Lord, make me a good friend? Two are better than one because they have a good reward for their labor. Make me a good friend. Make me a good friend. Because you will be a friend to your partner.
Yes, Lord.
Make me a good friend.
Yes, Lord.
You will have married people in this place here. You are married. Married people. If you are married, stand up. Is your spouse here? Where is she? Just as point of contact. So, everybody, please stretch your hands to these guys. So just point of contact. Just point of contact. That the grace of God for a relationship that works will touch every person here. Point of contact. So it is going to flow from them to every one of us. Our relationship will work. Oh, so Lord, our homes will work. Our homes will work. But those about to get involved, Lord, like we speak grace, we speak grace, we speak grace, we speak grace. In Jesus' name, we are praying. Father, as you instructed, I have done. Let the grace of God walk through this cup. To every person that is sick, in the name of Jesus. 10 years from now, we will look at our homes. There will be no broken back. You will not marry us. In the name of Jesus Christ. Not because you know how to do it, but because of the help of God. Because their homes, this one standing here, their homes will be examples for us. Amen. In the name of Jesus. Like Paul said, follow me as I follow Jesus. These ones will follow Jesus. And Lord, they will set the pace for us coming. And many that are coming. They will set the pace. They will set the pace. In the name of Jesus Christ. We give you praise. We give you praise. We give you praise. Thank you, Heavenly Father. In Jesus' name. Amen.
Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. So I want to appreciate God for them again. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, ma'am. You are just speaking, you are touching base, but we thank God. We bless God. Can we stretch our hands to them and bless God for their lives? You know, it's one thing to give your life to God, and it's another thing to be prepared to be used by God. They have allowed themselves to be used by God, really sharing their stories for us to learn. So let's thank God for them. Bless God for their lives. And then ask God for more for them. More.